How can we become better at doing business? How can you build a business that is independent of any particular group of contacts or independent of any organization? A business that can actually stand the test of time. A business that you can leave for your children and grandchildren. A business that was actually doing business. One of the first statements I heard in Nigeria was that if I do not have connections, I will not be able to make it here. My immediate response was that God will give me connections. And over the years, exactly that has been happening. I've been meeting a lot of people. I've been able to get jobs from total strangers, get contracts from complete strangers, and even get business partners whom I did not know from anywhere. So I do believe that beyond the who you know factor, you can grow your business. I noticed that the biggest breaks I got in my business, job-wise, and even concerning getting business partners and getting into certain positions came from total strangers. People find it very difficult to approach an institution or an establishment or to even approach total strangers to ask for help or to ask for opportunities because they believe that you need to know someone in that organization or in that establishment to be able to get anything out of that establishment. Many businesses exist at the mercy of one single contact. The day that that contact is no longer in that establishment or in that company, that becomes the end of their own business. They are no longer able to get anything out of that place because they did not have any business structures. What they had was one single contact. So are you diversifying your business? Are you searching out other possible contacts? Or are you dependent on one single person in an establishment? If you do not have other sources of income outside that person, the day that person ceases to exist in that establishment, your business might come to an end. So you need to know how to build your contacts. You need to know how to grow your network so that you're not dependent on the who you know factor. So how far can your eyes see? Are you willing to build a business that you can leave for your children? Or are you hoping that one day, when your children grow up, you can help them to get jobs in other places and close down the business because the business was dependent on one single contact? According to the Family Institute, worldwide, over 30% of businesses survive into the second and third generations. But in Africa, only 3% of family businesses survive into even the second generation. Why? Because we're so obsessed with the who you know factor. I think this is something that we need to take a careful look at. How can we build businesses that last? How can we build businesses that survive into the second and third generation? How can we leave something for our children after we have gone from our businesses? How can we leave something for the next generation after we have left the business? Why does the business have to die with the owner? So we have to be able to set up success strategies so that you are able to expand it and grow it and scale it to the point of being able to establish it in different countries. That is the business culture that we want to promote with the Doing Business program. So if you're ready to do business, I'll give you 3 suggestions that will help you in developing your business and growing your contacts. Get sales and marketing books or audiobooks or programs and immerse yourself in them. The more you immerse yourself in these sales and marketing materials, the more you'll be a salesperson. Remember that as a CEO, you're the #1 salesperson of your company. So you have to have a salesperson's mindset. You want to be ready to do business. You want to be ready to sell. And to be ready to sell and be willing to sell, you need to know how to sell. So the more you hear about selling and marketing, the more prepared you will be to grow your business and to find more customers who are willing to do business with you. Secondly, you will discover a wealth of sales and marketing ideas that you can employ in your business. Business books that talk about sales and marketing are filled with ideas on how you can grow your business. So take advantage of these books and learn these ideas so that you can grow your business. If you do not believe that what you're actually doing to grow your business will work, then you'll be discouraged. You won't have the morale or the excitement about that morale or that excitement about marketing and sales. You will not want to do any marketing and sales because you do not believe that you can actually get customers through that avenue. So I would like you to invest in materials that boost your morale and boost your faith in what you're doing. Things that motivate you and make you excited about sales and marketing. If you're a Christian like I am, you can read the Word of God and make sure that you actually believe that when you step out there, you will get a customer. Because if you do not believe you'll get a customer, you will not bother to go out there and look for a customer. It's just like if you're looking for a job. If you do not believe that anybody would hire you, then why would you bother to go out and drop your CVs in different places? You will not do that because you don't believe that anybody will actually hire you. So it's very important that you believe in what you're doing and that your marketing efforts are going to pay dividends. For that reason, you need to feed your mind with things that build your faith. In our next video, we'll discuss the orientation issues in Nigeria that promote the get-rich-quick syndrome. We'll see how this affects business persons in their mindset so that they're not able to expand their businesses and they're not able to grow their networks, they're not able to get more contacts, and they're not able to outgrow the things that have been hampering them since childhood. We'll also look at how orientation can help you to overcome the get-rich-quick syndrome and how you can actually do business and expand your territory in whatever industry you are in. In our next video, we'll look at the orientation issues that promote the get-rich-quick syndrome in Nigeria. We'll also look at how this mindset affects business owners and prevents them from actually doing business. We'll also look at how you can get a new orientation that helps you to overcome the get-rich-quick syndrome so that you can actually do business and expand your territory in whatever industry you are in. This is Stephanie Pius, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video called the Get-Rich-Quick Syndrome. I also look forward to discussing your business issues with you so that we can grow your business and help you to become a global champion. Thank you very much.